Number 22 is checked into the Muskie lineup, though, Emma Zillig. There's Johnson, ball slapped away. She picks it up, stolen away by Webb King, and here come the Muskies. Ahead for long. Zoe drives the lane, lays it up, no good, and a foul.
Yeah, another good transition look there for Muscatine, able to push the pace, get up the floor. Zoe unable to make the layup, but got through the foul. Emma Zillig actually the leading scorer in their game against Prairie the other night. So good weapon to come off the bench.
Long is one way to get points, too. If you're struggling with your shot, she's a great free throw shooter. Getting there, just watching the ball go through the net, going to help her on the next couple of shots. First one in, second one good. 9-4 Muskies. That matches their biggest lead of 5. Long now with 5 points. There's Muskies get a trap, steps out of bounds, turnover. The Muskies dialing up pressure, and it's being effective. And normally PV dishes out the pressure. Long in the front court, 9-4 Muskies, 7.5 to go first half. Grace Bodie on the right wing. Out front for Long. They feed it to Peterson. He's at the high post now. Back to Bodie. Cross court for Webb King. Now to Peterson. She puts on the deck. Over to Bodie. She travels. She was going to do a step back 3, change her mind, and it cost her.
Yeah, she wasn't able to create the separation I think she thought she had, so she second guessed. And that was good defense from Pleasant Valley.
Front court is Lindquist. Works on a Perez Johnson screen. Now Lindquist swings it to Denny. Denny now in the post for Weiss. Weiss turnaround in the lane, rattles around and in. 9-6, nice move by Riley Weiss.
And that was one of the times where Peterson was unable to get out in front of that shoulder that she knew she was coming over.
Long, high post for Peterson, back to Webb King and now Long. Muskie's moving it well. Long 3 ball, short rebound by Johnson. Perez Johnson down the floor. Tries to feed it over in the wing to Denny, and it's out of bounds. Good hustle, but a turnover on the Spartans.
That was a strong effort play there from Johnson, just unable to, a little out of control. She wanted to push the pace.
Webb King and Long play catch. 6:15 to go in the half. 9-6 Muskies. Bodie on the left wing, back for Long. Zoe bounces it over to Webb King. Now they feed it to Peterson. There's a ball slapped away and stolen by Kirchhoff. Here come the Spartans. Boy, Emily Webb King defends hard.
Yep.
Perez Johnson out high, swings it over for Denny. Denny over, and there's a foul, and it's going to be on Perez Johnson.
That was, there's been a couple of times there where she was close, and they got her on that one.
And Riley Moss checks back in. You knew she wouldn't be out for long. Took a tough shot to the chops earlier, the mouth, and looks like she's patched up, ready to go. And Avery Eagle checks in for Peterson, who played really well early. There's Moss on the right wing. Now they feed it into Eagle. Over to Webb King, back to Long. Ball's moving much better than it did a year ago. And there's a pass. Aaron Passo out of bounds on a cross-court pass.
Yeah, just a skip pass there to end up with an in-between hop.
Denny walks it up for the Spartans. Defensive struggle here tonight. Only 9-6. Denny, right wing for Scranton. Scranton spins, picks her dribble up. Back over to Denny. Denny on the right wing. She kicks it over for Weiss. This is Haley Weiss. Now back to Denny. Reagan Denny swings it over for Jesse Meyer, who's checked in. Meyer drives left lane, lays it up, no. And it's going to be a foul on the floor, and I believe it's going to be on Webb King.
Yeah, just a little arm bar, a little hand check.
And that'll be Emily's second, and the second on the Muskies.
You know, and that's the double-edged sword with a player like Emily is that she creates so much with her defensive pressure, but she also, it's a high-risk opportunity for some fouls.
30-second timeout for PV. 5:04 to play in the half. 9-6 Muskies. And Joel, like we said, great to be back in the gym. I want to thank Tom Olsis, the first-year athletic director here at Muscatine. high school. He's been so good to us during football and basketball, as was Mike Morgan, of course, accommodating us and these seats courtside. And folks, I know you have basketball fans and your Muskie fans and community fans, get out, but if for no other reason, this fresh coat of paint and the new gym floor is fantastic out here.
The new gym floor, like you said, they've lightened up the walls a little bit, painted some of the old paneling. It's nice and purple. They've just done such a good job with this facility. It was a long time coming in there. They're slowly but surely making the changes to all of our facilities.
There's a pass inbounds now to Riley Voss at the top. She swings it for Scranton. Scranton dribbles to the right, guarded by Riley Moss. Now she spins in, and there's a late whistle on Riley Moss. And that's going to be the first on Riley and the third on the Muskies.
Yeah, was just unable to, I guess, stay in front of her on that. It was Riley. I thought she created the turnover personally.
Scranton gets it in for Haley Weiss, and she loses it out of bounds. It'll be Spartan ball. Scranton gets it in for Reagan Denny. Denny dribbles to the right, guarded by Grace Bodie for the Muskies. Over to Jesse Meyer. Meyer works on a Weiss screen now, right wing for Haley Weiss. Three long, over the top and out of bounds. Muskie ball. Now Perez Johnson checks back in along with Eddie Kirchhoff. Riley Weiss checks out along with Jesse Meyer. So the Muskies have Long, Bodie, Eagle, Zillig, and Riley Moss. And it's Haley Weiss, Reagan, Kirchhoff, Scranton, and Perez Johnson for the Spartans. There's a ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be Muskie ball.
Yeah, we're starting to see that 2-3 zone not extend out as far, trying to keep that high post area a little bit more compacted. It's a little bit of an adjustment there for Pleasant Valley.
Well, and part of that too, Joel, is the Muskies have moved the ball so well. It's kind of, taking PV out of their game. They've done a fantastic job of keeping it moving. Zoe Long at the top. They tried to trap. Eagle and Peterson a great job at top. There's a long three, no good by Long. And Zoe's got to keep firing. Those are good shots. There's Scranton.
The tip of the spear there.
Yeah. There's a spin move shot, no good. Tapped around, ball on the floor. Good hustle by both teams, and it's going to be a jump ball again. And this one should go to the Spartans.
Actually, because we had the quarter.
It's going to the Muskies, correct. That's why I got Joel here, folks, to correct me.
That's not my job. Every once in a while.
2-2-1 pressure, three-quarter court pressure now by the Spartans. In the front court is Bodie for the Muskies. 3:40 to play first half, 9-6 Muscatine. Bounce pass for Zillig. Zillig to Bodie. Bodie on the right wing. Bounces it into the elbow. And now Long gets it. Bounce it to Eagle. Back to Long. There's a three. Top of the key. Good. Another three by Zoe Long. Sponsored by First National Bank of Muscatine.
That was really a nice pass, release Eagle, too.
Go see the great Scott Inkstad at First National Bank. And there's a layup by Scranton. And it's 12-8 now, the Muskies.
It won't be long before Scott's granddaughter's playing in the purple and gold.
Scott really bringing her out here to the games. Might have stayed home and watched a little hockey, but I wouldn't be shocked to see Scott showing up pretty soon here. He goes to almost every game. 12-8, Muskies by 4, 2:55 left here in the first half. Lindquist walks it up over half court. Guarded by Grace Bodie. Peterson checks back in for Avery Eagle for the Muskies. There's a pass inside. Perez Johnson on Peterson. Shot rattles in. Good position by Perez Johnson. That won the point for good position.
Yeah, she is an experienced ball player, and she's not afraid of contact.
There's a pass to Riley Moss. She bounces it in the corner. Now they try to feed Peterson, and it's stolen away by Reagan. Reagan Denny. There's Lindquist driving the lane, shot on away, no good. Rebound by Zillig, and here come the Muskies. Zoe Long in the front court. Long picks her dribble up. Left wing now for Zillig, back to Long. Zoe bounces it for Peterson, top of the key, and we got a foul, and it's going to be on Anna Carius. That'll be her first, the third on PV, and Joel, neither team in foul trouble, and they've both been playing hard and aggressive. I like the way the officials are letting them play.
Yeah, I feel like I have no complaints, really.
There's a pass into Peterson, shot good.
Good set play. Little
Maddie
down screen.
Peterson. Very nice inbounds play, 14-10 Muskies. Peterson on the board with her first two. Zoe Long leads the Muskies with 8. Perez Johnson out high. Over to Kirchhoff. Stay tuned at the half for the Toyota Muscatine halftime show. Reagan Denny feeds it to Perez Johnson. Now to Lindquist. Lindquist backs it out. She's guarded by Grace Bodie. Over to Kirchhoff. Addie Kirchhoff for 3. Back iron, no good. Great box out by Zillig. Ahead for Long. Feeds it over to Grace Bodie. Shot blocked by Johnson, but a foul on Perez Johnson. And that'll be her second and the fourth on the Spartans. And Grace Bodie will go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Bodie is a sophomore, but the coaching staff very high on her, and you can see that by the amount of quality minutes she's getting tonight.
Free throw no good by Bodie. First free throw of the year, of course, only game number 2.
And sometimes it's good just to get that first one out of the way for the season.
(14-10 Muskies, 1:14 to play in the half. Second free throw good. Grace Bodie scores, and she's on the board now with 1. Muskies up 5. Their biggest lead was 12-6. At 6. Scranton in the backcourt. Brings it up against Moss. Muskies double team, but she dribbles out of it.
It's a nice play.
Scranton over to Weiss. Shot on the baseline. No good. Rebound, Riley Moss. And a foul on Ellie Scranton. That'll be her first and the 5th on the Spartans with 59 seconds left in the half.
Now, if you're Muscatine, you might have an opportunity here to get that second, get into the bonus. You know, maybe get a couple extra points here at the free throw line before the half. Just a minute to go. But.
Long picks her dribble up. And the Muskies may pull it out, play for a shot here. Just depends on the look they get. Moss.
Really trying to front that high post.
Feed to Bodie. Clock at 35. Nice pass to Eagle. Riley Moss going to take a 3. Long, no good. And a rebound. Run down by Bodie. Great hustle by the sophomore. Coach Orvis wanted a timeout, but it was too late because, and it was a travel.
Bailed out by a travel.
Kirchhoff came up with it and traveled. 20.8. And now Coach Orvis is going to take her timeout. She was hollering for it about 10 seconds earlier, didn't get it.
Yeah, she was trying to get that and trying to save Bodie from that trap situation, and now is able to get that, get the timeout and try to get something set up here with just 20 seconds to go.
So 30-second timeout. Halftime, we're going to talk about this. Then we're going to get Joel Crosshauer's bowl predictions. I'm sure he's been through that, so he can let you know.
Bowl games even out yet?
There's one.
Everybody predicting who's going to what bowl game?
But there's one prediction I've seen for the last 2 weeks, and I really hope it happens.
The Holiday
Notre
Bowl?
Dame and Iowa State. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
I can't remember which bowl, but a couple guys have them knocking heads, and I would love that. I would be the biggest Cyclone fan for a day.
My hatred for Notre Dame runs deep. I'm a Catholic, but I'm a Boston College. I go for the Jesuits.
Inbounds play. Here's Zoe Long. Feeds it in for Grace Bodie. Muskie's going to play for 1 here. Clock at 15. Bodie out high. They put Long on the wing. That's a little wrinkle here on this. And now Zoe comes back up to get it. Feeds Eagle. Back to Long. Over now to Riley Moss. Back to Zoe. Zoe steps into a 3. Block.
Foul.
And he calls a foul, and she's going to get 3 free throws. That couldn't have worked any better for the Muskies. with 1.4 seconds left. Reagan Denny fouled her on the three-point attempt. Her first, and Zoe Long would go to the line to shoot three.
Well, I think that was the right call. You could hear what really felt. It sounded like a hand slap from where we're sitting.
Definitely was. Second throw, good. So Zoe Long has 2 3-point baskets, and now she's got 4 free throws, 10 points. This is her 5th free throw of the night, and it is good. Makes all 5, and I think getting those free throws got her going here. 18-10 Muskies, and we played a half, folks. At half, it's Muscatine 18, Pleasant Valley 10. We're going to step away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back with the Toyota Muscatine halftime show. You're watching Muskie Girls Basketball on the Muskie Sports Network.
At Avenue Subs, our sandwiches are sliced fresh, made to order, using only quality ingredients. They are topped the way you like it, along with one of our delicious sauces. Make sure you try one of our daily soups or get one of our baked potatoes. They are loaded and guaranteed to fill you up. If pot roast is your thing, try our signature sandwich, The Avenue. And remember, you can eat it here with us or have it delivered.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Cross hour, opening night, Muskie Girls Basketball hosting Pleasant Valley. This is our halftime show sponsored by the great people at Toyota of Muscatine. And in the first half, Joel, a defensive battle early in the season. These two teams, these two coaches know each other well. Zoe Long, not a great shooting first half for her, but she leads the Muskies with 11. She had a lot of great looks, and if she gets those looks in the second half, I look for her to really rack up some points. She has 11 points, 2 threes, and 5 for 5 from the stripe. Ellie Scranton leads Pleasant Valley with 4 points, but I can't get over how well the Muskies played in half-court defense. They really battled at that end.
Yeah, really just a solid game plan coming out for the Muskies, and they've executed it very, very well with really taking the post away. A lot of what Pleasant Valley tries to do is they try to get layups, they try to force the ball inside, and they've got some talented post players. But the post defense of Eagle and Peterson have really just done an outstanding job of keeping them from being able to get things going.
Yeah, no doubt. On the offensive end of Muskies, Pleasant Valley's got that menacing 2-3 zone that they always try to extend as the game goes on and look for traps at every opportunity. But the Muskies, so impressed with their ball movement in the first half. They moved the ball, which is what you need to do. They kept it going quickly, not just on the edges, but certainly utilized the high post. And I thought Avery Eagle was phenomenal at moving the ball to the wings and out front. and freeing up shots for her teammates. So I think the Muskie ball movement and I think their half-court defense was certainly a key, and I can tell why Susan Orvis is excited. This is a veteran group, even though it's still a young group. You know, they've played a lot of basketball, even though they're playing a lot of juniors. Grace Bodie's a sophomore, stepped in tonight. Emily Webking, I believe, is the only senior that was starting tonight and playing for the Muskies. And, of course, Alicia Garcia out for the season. But these girls really, really played well in the first half.
Yeah, just really nice job. I think one of the things you get concerned about this early in the season is, are you mentally locked in? Are you focused? And we've seen that from Muscatine tonight, even with the injury to Riley Moss, who missed some time there in the first quarter. That's the sort of thing that can sometimes mess psychologically with your team, and they got right on with it. It was pretty impressive to see. And you can tell you've got some leadership on this team with Zoe Long and Emily Webking and Riley Moss. That's an important thing.
I want to mention some of our great sponsors, some of our broadcast sponsors: Avenue Subs, XL Auto Glass, Nutrition Outlet, Boonies, Bash and Bounce. We got some feature sponsors like Hy-Vee Market Grill Express, the Selfie Station, the Fan Cam, and of course, Joel, who's a Fan Cam? Poop Pals.
Yeah, Poop
I
Pals.
like that. Channel Seed with our tip-off sponsor. At the end of the game tonight, Guadalajara will sponsor our offensive player of the game, and Eastern Iowa Community College, our defensive player of the game. Of course, Discover Muscatine does our highlight reel. Chicharos will sponsor our play of the game. Muscatine Power Water, our post-game sponsor. Hy-Vee was our pregame sponsor. And Toyota Muscatine, of course, is this halftime sponsor. Without these guys, this wouldn't be possible. First year trying all this on TV. And, we did this on TV for football. 19 basketball games going to be televised for you locally. We're so excited. This community is so fortunate to have that opportunity. And Joel and I are very lucky and blessed to be able to be the guys to bring it to you. So we're happy about that.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. It's basketball is one of those things that I always have had just really fun memories of, going back to my days, as a Muskie and going as a kid, because my dad was an athletic trainer and a physical therapist, so we came to a lot of the games because he was working. And, from watching Brett Olson and Steve Wieskamp play as a kid, Jenny Knoll Furness, who's still here in the community, college teammate, actually, of Coach Orvis at Iowa. Those teams going, and it's just been a huge part of just the winter of Muscatine for me. And, we lost a member of that basketball family here this fall, and Jeff Tank, the former women's coach here at Muscatine. Jeff was the head basketball coach for the program when I was in school. I know that's a major loss for our community. And his mark was not just left as a coach. He was a well-known official in softball and football throughout the state. And unfortunately, Jeff lost his battle with cancer here this fall. And so our thoughts out to the Tank family. Aaron and Mitch Prashak, his boys, Diana, his wife. Our thoughts are with them. And definitely you come into a girls' basketball game in Muscatine, and for me, at least my generation, Jeff Tank's a huge part of that.
Well said, Joel. And Jeff Tank certainly left his mark on this community and Muskie girls basketball for life. Great man. Folks, we're going to step away for 2 more minutes. We'll be back. Second half action. You're watching the Toyota Halftime Show and Muskie girls basketball on the Muskie Sports Network.
All right, guys, we got some great news. There's a rumor out there there's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is.
Huh. Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
At Avenue Subs, our sandwiches are sliced fresh, made to order, using only quality ingredients. They are topped the way you like it, along with one of our delicious sauces. Make sure you try one of our daily soups or get one of our baked potatoes. They are loaded and guaranteed to fill you up. If pot roast is your thing, try our signature sandwich, the Avenue. And remember, you can eat it here with us or have it delivered.
And same starters it looks like for PV to open the half. It'll be Reagan Denny and Sophia Lindquist at guard. It'll be Riley Weiss at the post. Addie Kirchhoff at one forward and Isla Perez Johnson at the other. For the Muskies, it'll be Peterson and Eagle up front. It'll be Long, Webb King, and Riley Moss in the backcourt. And 80 minutes here to play here in the third. Now it's 8.
It's hopefully a continuous clock.
I'll see you tomorrow, Joel.
And we're still here.
And we're underway here in the third quarter. Perez Johnson drives to the left, lays it up and in, and a foul on Eagle. And that's a good start for the Spartans. Basket's good. Perez Johnson with her second basket.
Yeah, that's really exactly how you want to open up the half if you're Pleasant Valley. Chance for a three-point play here.
Perez Johnson free throw on the way, and it's good. 18-13, Muskies by 5 in PV, and a 2-2-1 three-quarter court press. Long in the backcourt. Zoe picks her dribble up to Webb King, back to Long. Nice movement ahead for Eagle, and the Muskies break pressure. Long now is
make an attempt to shorten the game here by increasing the pressure.
There's Moss, back to Long, now to Riley Moss. Moss bounces it into Peterson on the block, back to Moss. Back to Peterson. Peterson spins to Eagle, shot on the way, good, Avery Eagle.
Just been thoroughly impressed with the passing of the bigs.
Steal by Moss. Webb King had to leave early with those 2 fouls in the first half. Muskies by 7 in the ball with 7:05 to play in the third. Eagle for Webb King. Now they swing it over for Moss. Cross court for Webb King again, and now to Long. Good ball movement. They're not holding it. There's Long. Back to Moss. And now they feed Eagle in the middle. Good movement. Webb King for Avery Eagle. There's Webb King for 3. Air ball no good, and a rebound Kirchhoff. She's guarded by Moss. Kirchhoff in the front court. Over for Reagan Denny. Denny now swings it for Lindquist. There's a foul on Webb King. That'll be her third. And the first on the Muskies in the second half.
Emily just a step late there. Had the right idea, was trying to get to the passing lane.
Grace Bodie checks in. Emily, of course, the granddaughter of the great Warren Webb King, Hall of Fame football coach, many years at Columbus Junction. Perez Johnson with another basket. Her second drive to the rim, and it's 20-15.
She's got another family member who's a pretty darn good basketball player in his own right, too.
Who might that be, Joel?
That's Uncle Jess Settles.
Yeah, Jess is something. No doubt about it. There's a cross-court pass for Grace Bodie. James was a pretty good quarterback in high school. Bodie swings it over now. Zoe Long out front for Moss. 20-15. Avery Eagle. Nice drive to the rim. Lays it in. Avery Eagle. Eagle with 4.
Good defense. Really good defense there.
Muskies. Grace Bodie and Moss got the trap on, and Lindquist had nowhere to go but out of bounds. 22-15 with 5:37 left in the third. Allie Weiss checks into the lineup for PV.
The auditory compartment of that trap there too, yelling at your teammates, so she knows where you are. But also,
Long
big
for
three.
three. Zoe Long, another three from First National Bank of Muscatine. Go see Alicia Nur and Sharon Hahn and get your real estate lending needs. There's a three out of the left wing, no good by Kirchhoff. Muskie's biggest lead of the night is 10 at 25-15. Long for Moss. Back to Zoe. Out high, bounces it for Eagle. Eagle swings it over to Moss, and now back to Long, and the Muskies reset. Avery Eagle now, she drives and kicks it out, turns it over this time.
And that was a situation where she thought Moss was going to kind of adjust down with her.
Muskies with pressure. 4:50 to play in the third. The Muskies lead 25-15. There's Scranton.
That's over and back.
And there's a ball picked up. And it did not touch a Muskie. Great call. Great defense out front by Bodie and Long. And now Emma Zillig checks into the lineup. Zillig, a 5'9" junior. Muskies a 10-point lead in the ball.
It's just been really no easy buckets in this entire game.
This is a battle. Like I said, these coaches are great coaches, and they know each other well. There's a bounce pass inside, and there's a jump ball. And this one will go to the Muskies. Avery Eagle will inbounds under her own basket. Eagle gets it in. Peterson, 14-footer back iron, no good rebound.
Good look,
Perez
though.
Johnson, great shot on the inbounds. As Johnson out high, picks her dribble up. Over to Denny. Denny puts it on the deck. Ball slapped away by Bodie and stolen by Peterson. Jump ball. This will go to the Spartans. Great hustle by both teams.
Just an absolute commitment to this 50-50 balls. Everyone on the floor.
Lindquist and Carius check in. Perez Johnson and Reagan Denny check out. 4 minutes left in the third, 25-15 Muscatine. There's Weiss on the right wing. Spin move in the lane, lays it up and in, and a foul, and it's going to go on Zillig. A nice drive there by the sophomore, or the freshman, Haley Weiss.
That was a really nice play.
Weiss's first basket, free throw on the way, good. She gets a three-point play, and it's 25-18.
That allows them to set up their press.
2-2-1, three-quarter court. Muskies have broken it with Zoe Long. Great pass ahead, but this time it's stolen away by Weiss. Allie Weiss in the front court for Scranton. She drives baseline, and she's fouled, and it's going to go.
It's going to be on Eagle.
I think on Eagle. Peterson came over to help, but I think it's on Avery Eagle. And it is.
Yeah, Peterson actually had the block. It was a clean block, but it was the push from behind.
Second foul on Eagle. The fourth on the Muskies already here in the third. Scranton's free throw on the way, no good. So PV going to get the bonus here in this half, it looks like. Eagle checks out. She's played really well. Emily Webking checks back in. Emily with 3 fouls for the Muskies. Scranton's free throw on the way, good. Makes 1 of 2. And it's back to a 6-point game, 25-19 Muskies. Long to Bodie, back to Long. Zoe gets it to Webking, and the Muskies break pressure. Now they set it up. Both teams just make you grind out shots. There's Peterson to Webking. Webking back out front for Zoe Long. And there's the ball slapped out of bounds. It'll be a Muskie ball.
Yeah, Hallie Weiss quick, really long wingspan. She's just getting in the passing lanes right now. She did it on the press earlier in that situation there too.
Zoe Long out high. Bounce pass right wing for Bodie. Now they feed Peterson at the elbow. Nice drive to the rim. Maddie lays it up and in. Maddie Peterson. And a timeout, Muscatine. 27-19, 2:57 to play in the third. A 30-second timeout. Joel, Muskie's feeling comfortable at the offensive end now.
Yeah, really.
Lead by 8.
Doing a nice job of getting it interior into their post players at that high post. And as Pleasant Valley is really kind of, they've cheated up a little bit trying to keep, they've been working so well to the wings that Peterson able to just turn the corner and have a wide open lane to the hoop.
Both teams have really improved their offensive showing here in the second half. They both look more fluid, more aggressive to the rim. This was a 7-4 game Muscatine after one, 18-10 at the half. And now we're sitting here as both teams have scored 9 here in the third. Scranton inbounds. Muskie's the full court pressure. Ellie Scranton gets it over half court, guarded by Moss.
Almost a moving screen there.
Yes, it was. She picks her dribble up. Now she feeds Hallie Weiss, and she's fouled by Bodie. And that's the 5th team foul on the Muskies.
None called on Pleasant Valley yet.
With 2:45, they may be in the bonus by the end of the third. Scranton gets it in for Perez Johnson. She gets it back in the post, turns, picks a dribble. 3-second call almost coming. Weiss to Carius. Peavy with better ball movement. Scranton now back to Perez Johnson. She's looking to drive every chance she gets now. Cross-court pass for Carius. Carius back to Perez Johnson, and now swings it back to Lindquist. Lindquist drives in Riley Moss. Great defense. Great defense by the Muskies in this half-court set. There's a spin move. Scranton rejected by Long and stolen away by Zoe Long. Here comes the Muskies.
What a
Long
defensive
in the front
possession.
court. Out front now for Emily Webking. Under 2 to play in the third. Really was, Joel. They battled for almost a minute there. Out front, Webking bounces to Peterson. It's stolen away by Hallie Weiss. The freshman kicks it ahead for Carius. Back to Perez Johnson. She drives in on Peterson, throws up a shot, no good, and a rebound. Cleared by Zoe Long. Here come the Muskies. Long attacks the rim, left-handed shot, good! Actually, right-handed shot from the left side. Long with another basket. She has 16, and the Muskies lead by 10, 29-19.
High off the glass.
As Harry would say, a high-arching shot. There's a shot by Perez Johnson, no good, and a rebound by Peterson.
I'm very thankful Harry never
You
called
like
a basketball
it's the first
game.
time I've snuck a Harry into a broadcast.
I almost got to sneak my soapbox and get a shot clock in high school basketball there for a second.
Right wing for Bodie, 29-19. Muskies by 10, 50 seconds to play in the third. Bodie, and there's a ball slapped out of bounds by Lindquist. And now we've got substitutions. Kirchhoff, Reagan, Denny, and Riley Weiss check in now for the Spartans.
The pace of this game is kind of picked up here. We know we're getting into the fourth quarter.
There's Bodie. Peavy looking to trap, and there's a foul that's going to go on Perez Johnson.
So that's going to be, is that the third foul?
That'll be her third, and the first on Pleasant Valley in the second half. .35 seconds to play in the third, 29-19 Muskies. Long out front. Over to Webking. Back to Zoe Long. Now Emily Webking to Long. Reagan Denny jumps out on her. She splits a double team. Now Webking goes in. Cross-court pass. Grace Bodie for 3. Long. No good. The rebound cleared by Kirchhoff, and a foul on Web King, and that's her fourth.
Emily, just another aggressive play.
And now Avery Eagle checks in for the Muskies. Web King goes to the bench with 4 points. Or excuse me, 4 fouls. 29-19, Muskies by 10. PV could get the last shot, but Bodie steals it away. Moss has a front 6 seconds. Riley to the rim, no good, and she's fouled. Riley Moss with an aggressive play after a great steal by Grace Bodie.
Yeah, and I think the PV defenders thought, okay, she's just going to kind of hold the ball and wait for the shooters, and she saw the lane, attacked it, and drew the foul.
Riley Moss at the line. Free throw on the way, good. Moss splashes it home. Muskie's biggest lead of the night now, 11. Moss's second free throw, no good. Rebound, Peterson with great hustle. And we got a jump ball with 2.2, and I think the clock was a little slow to start there, Joe.
Yeah, that'll be Muskie's ball.
Home cooking, we'll take it. Zoe Long will inbounds, 30-19. Feeds Peterson the post. Turnaround shot at the gun, no good. We played 3. It's the Muskies 30, the Spartans 19. We're stepping away for 60. You're listening and watching Muskie girls basketball on the Muskie Sports Network.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask, who are we going to get for pest control, please call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Three quarters in the books. Muskies lead Pleasant Valley 30-19. PV will have it on the side to start the fourth.
We do have a final. The Iowa Hawkeyes did defeat Syracuse in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. That's a big win on the road in the Carrier Dome.
It's only their second win in that challenge on the road. The other one was at North Carolina, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's routine, isn't it? You go into those two places and win. They've never been in trouble for anyone.
Turnover Spartans on their first possession. Zoe Long walks it up. Over to Grace Bodie. She dribbles it. Scranton challenges her, and now Hallie Weiss, the freshman, steps out on Long. Now it's Moss. She picks her dribble up. Looking for an outlet, and it's stolen away by Hallie Weiss. Down the floor, the freshman. Ooh, almost a travel. Kirchhoff in the lane. Runner, no good. A rebound cleared by Moss. One thing I've really been impressed with the Muskies, they're not giving PV extra shots. They miss. They're grabbing the glass. 1 minute gone in the fourth. 30-19 Muskies. PV extending their pressure. As Bodie gets it to Moss. And back to Zoe Long. Zoe Long leads the Muskies with 16. Played a really good floor game handling the basketball, running the offense.
There haven't been really any forced shots.
There's a cross-court pass. Zoe Long. She drives baseline, runner on the way. No good rebound. Eagle up, and no, just missed it. Great look, and cleared by Kirchhoff. Addie Kirchhoff out front, 6:25 left. There's a pass to the cutter Scranton. She picks it up in the lane, feeds Johnson. She's guarded by Bodie. Now they feed Scranton in the post. She kicks it out for Reagan Denny. Denny in the lane, left-handed shot, no good, gets her own rebound. Back to Scranton for three in the left wing. No good. Rebound, Perez Johnson. And just when I said that, there's three offensive shots, now four. And there's a ball cleared by Peterson, and here come the Muskies.
Yeah, there were some good box outs there. I think maybe one over the back call missed, and then just kind of some unlucky bounces.
Impressed with how hard both teams are playing. They're really laying it out there. There's a kick out to Eagle. Over to Long. 5.5 to play. No scoring yet in the fourth. There's a shot on the left wing, short by Zoe Long, and cleared by Perez Johnson. Kicks it to Scranton. Back to Johnson.
Good repost there for Pleasant Valley.
She shoots it and scores. With 11. You're right, Joel. Great post up. We got a full timeout. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. You're watching Muskie Girls Basketball on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
All right, guys, we got some great news. There's a rumor out there there's a huge sales call coming in today.
Good thing Jimmy's not here to steal my thunder again.
A big sale? I wonder who it is.
Huh. Did I pack a tuna sandwich this morning?
Why wasn't I in the last commercial?
All right, everyone on the same page?
You guys are not going to believe this. Oh, I got it. Oh. Hello, this is Jim. Can I help you?
Yep. Thank you for the business.
To 21. This was a 7-4 game after one, 18-10 at the half in favor of the Muskies. The Muskies have never trailed, 30-19 after three, and both teams really cranking it up on the defensive end this entire game. Fun game to watch. The Muskies with 16 fouls, PV with 2.
And they've just made a few more shots.
Zoe Long leads the Muskies with 16. Grace Pody in the front court now. Nice pass to Moss, and she backs it out.
Smart decision.
Webb King with the runner. No good rebound. Peterson lays it up and in. Big basket by Maddie Peterson.
Webb King using the Euro step there.
She's a gamer playing with those 4 fouls. Denny picks up her dribble. Now she gets it. There's a steal by Emily Webb King. Emily attacks down the lane, shot on the way, no good rebound, Perez Johnson. And here come the Spartans.
Oh,
Zoe Long.
Good play there from Long.
Tries to get it, and Zoe Long, great hands, knocks it out of bounds. And if I was 6'5", I would have had that ball there, Joel.
If you were 6'5", you'd probably be coaching basketball somewhere.
I would love to. Yeah, nobody
coming off your college career.
Yeah, for sure. 6'5" would have meant a lot to me, Joel. Down the lane is Kirchhoff. She loses a dribble, stolen by Webb King again. Emily Webb King in the front court. Picks her dribble up, kicks it out for Bodie. And now to Moss. Zoe Long, she's got to come out high, and Coach Orvis wants her to take the top and run it. There's a foul on number 4, Megan Schultz, who's just checked into the lineup, a sophomore.
Well, PV's got some fouls to give. That's just their 3rd team foul of the half.
That's exactly right. And now Jesse Meyer checks in for Scranton. .407 to play, 32-21 Muskies. Long to Webb King. Emily feeds the post for Eagle. Nice pass back out to Long. Avery Eagle's been a phenomenal passer tonight. That one's stolen, a force, and Perez Johnson has it.
Good hustle back by Bodie there.
Over to Lindquist. Forces a 3. Airball no good, and a rebound cleared by PV, but to Muscatine. Webb King down the floor, tries to feed Eagle. She does, lays it up and in. Avery Eagle. Eagle with 6, all in the second half. Down the floor, Perez Johnson lays it up and in.
Yeah, she was taking that from the get-go. She was going coast to coast.
I've got a timeout, a 30-second timeout by PV. Game reset, 3:22 to play, 34-23 Muscatine. 6 fouls for the Muskies, 3 for the Spartans. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining, and the possession arrow goes to the Muskies. There you have it, Joel. What's your prediction on the stretch here?
Well, just like that, the pace of this game has just accelerated. We were kind of in a methodical, deliberate offensive game there for a second, and now all of a sudden we got teams racing up and down the floor. And defense is turning into offense right now for both teams.
Stay tuned after the game for our Muscatine Power Water postgame show. And we'll name our Chicharo's play of the game. I'm sure Joel's got one in mind. Eastern Iowa College will sponsor our defensive player of the game, and Guadalajara our offensive player of the game. Zoe Long as the Muskies looking to break pressure here. To Bodie. Now Zoe. Peavy really cranking it up. And there's a foul on Scranton. And that will be her second foul, and the 4th on the Spartans.
It's a good job by Muscatine there to get the ball moving across the timeline.
Bodie. And there's a ball. I think it was deflected, and it was.
Yeah.
It'll be Muskie ball.
Yeah, Reagan Denny able to get in the passing lane there and tip the ball away.
Bodie splits a double team, gets it over for Zillig, who's checked in. Out high for Webking. Muskie's going with an extra ball handler here. Zillig kicks it to Peterson. Back to Webking, back to Peterson. Good pass. There's Long now. 2.5. Muskie's playing a little keep away here. Out to Peterson. Now they get it back to Maddie on the block. Out front for Bodie, and now to Webking. Emily Webking drives the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Perez Johnson.
Good shot there by Webking, though.
Perez Johnson drives the lane on Zillig. Up and under, nice move. Shot no good, gets her own rebound. Strong to the basket, up and in. That's all strength right there.
Yeah, that was a good job not to foul there by Muscatine, too. They found themselves out of position defensively, and sometimes it's easy to just reach there, and they didn't complicate the situation.
Perez Johnson with 15, 34-25, 207. We're stepping away for 30. You're watching Muskie girls basketball on the Muskie Sports Network.
'Tis the season of giving. 2 weeks of love is kicking off strong with Toy Time, December 2nd through the 6th, hosted by our good friends at Krieger's. Stop by and drop off toys for kids ages 0 to 18. And next week, Hy-Vee hosts Freezing for Food, December 9th through the 13th. All donations stay right here in Muscatine County. Just look for the Hawkeye Hauler provided by Tantera Transportation and donate in support of the Salvation Army of Muscatine County.
Choose Poop Cow.
We're back at Muscatine High School. Brian Mussel, Joel Crossauer, 2:07 to play. In this one, the Muskies lead 34-25. And they have the ball under their own basket. Peavy in a 1-2-2 full court press here. Muskies got to stay strong and hit their free throws down the stretch. Long gets it in for Bodie. She drives it ahead. Nice pass to Zillig and out of Peterson as the Muskies break pressure. Long out high. Now to Bodie. Bodie being double teamed. She gets out of it. Good poise by the sophomore. Back to Long. Zoe picks her dribble up. Back to Webking. And now Bodie. Minute and a half to play. PV with only 4 fouls. They got to foul 3 more times to put the Muskies on the line. There's Bodie. Bounces it for Zillig. And Zillig's fouled right there by Kirchhoff. That'll be her 3rd and the 5th on the Spartans.
Yeah, like you said there, they've got fouls to give. But I liked what they were doing. They had a couple chances there at some turnovers. There's not a lot of there's not very many details that either one of these coaches miss.
Bodie splits a double team. Back to Webking. Now to Long. Back to Webking. She has it in the corner, feeds Peterson. Zoe Long out high. Muskies lead by 9. And there's a timeout, Susan
Great
Arbus.
timeout.
1 minute to play. 34-25, full timeout. We're stepping away for 30. You're watching Muskie girls basketball on the Muscatine Muskie Sports Network.
Choose Poop Pals for your local pet waste management, lawn care service, snow removal, and much more. Starting as low as $7, call your friendly neighborhood pooper scoopers for a quote. Proud supporter of Muskie Sports.
If you're passionate about working in healthcare, we're passionate about helping you make it happen. Health professionals are in demand, offering great pay and rewarding work. We're proud to prepare your path ahead. We are Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
At Avenue.
Back at Muscatine High School, Brian Mussel, Joe Crossauer. 1 minute to play. Stay tuned after the game for the post-game show sponsored by the great people of Muscatine Power and Water. The Muskies lead this one 34-25. They have never trailed.
It was a big timeout there because Coach Orr was able to get the timeout before Pleasant Valley could foul. So now they still have that extra foul to give. They still can't get to the line yet. So.
Muskies still with 2 of those timeouts left too, Joel. Long out high, clock at 50, and PV's not looking. Well, they do reach there, and that's Hallie Weiss. 48 seconds. Waited a little too long because they still have to foul again to put them at the line. They don't want to be fouling Zoe Long. 5 for 5 tonight from the stripe.
She's inbounding the ball here.
Zoe gets it in for Grace Bodie. Bodie back to Long. And there's the foul, and Zoe will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. It's Hallie Weiss's second.
Really maybe should have fouled Bodie there earlier before she could get the ball. Get a little more time on the clock and a less proven free throw shooter to the line.
Long's free throw good. Zoe leads all scorers with 17. Long with 17, Maddie Peterson with 8 for the Muskies. Perez Johnson leads PV with 15. And Zoe makes a pair. 18 on the night, 36-25. Matches the Muskies' biggest lead of 11. Hallie Weiss in the front court. No fouls here by the Muskies. Perez Johnson inside on Moss, lays it up and in. 36-27, 30 seconds left. Long in the backcourt. And now Zoe breaks pressure, guarded by Reagan Denny. And now Zoe, they're not going to foul. They can dribble the clock out. Just playing tough defense. Zoe now drives into the paint, kicks it for Peterson. Maddie picks her dribble up, or actually drives baseline. Kicks it out to Webb King. Webb King now. Back to Zoe Long, and we got a winner, folks. The Muscatine Muskies 36 and the Pleasant Valley Spartans 27. We're stepping away for 2 minutes, and we'll be back with the Muscatine Power and Water postgame show. You're watching Muskie Girls Basketball on the Muskie Sports Network.
At Avenue Subs, our sandwiches are sliced fresh, made to order, using only quality ingredients. They are topped the way you like it, along with one of our delicious sauces. Make sure you try one of our daily soups or get one of our baked potatoes. They are loaded and guaranteed to fill you up. If pot roast is your thing, try our signature sandwich, the Avenue. And remember, you can eat it here with us or have it delivered.
The mission of our company is to serve our clients with the most efficient and courteous service available.
People in our community, when they ask who are we going to get for pest control, they just call Bosch.
Remember, insects or pests, call the best, Bosch Pest Control.
Channel Seed knows that farmers are never off the clock, and neither are they. Anybody can sell you seed. Only a Channel Seedsman gives you everything you need to make the most of it. See your local Channel Seedsman, Matt Fletcher in Muscatine. Channel Seed is a proud sponsor of Muskie Sports.
Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is where Muskie fans go before the game. Our Southern Mexican cuisine is truly unique to Muscatine, and we make sure everyone who walks in is treated like family. Chicharo's Mexican Restaurant is a
School. And the Muscatine Power and Water postgame show, and a happy group of Muskies leaving the gym tonight. The Muskie girls, an outstanding effort tonight, knocking off Pleasant Valley, and they led wire to wire. They never trailed. They got the first couple of baskets of the game, led 5-zip, never looked back. They led 7-4 after one. They extended it to an 8-point lead late in the second quarter and went into the halftime, leading PV 18-10. Both teams really ratcheted up the intensity even more in the third quarter, and the Muskies kind of took the fight to them. They led 30-19, stretched their lead to 11 at the end of three. That was the biggest lead they had, and they had a 13-point lead midway through the fourth, 34-21, had an 11-point lead at three different occasions, and finished this one off 36-27. They won by 9 over the Pleasant Valley Spartans. PV was led in scoring by their fine senior Isla Perez-Johnson with 17. Ellie Scranton chipped in 5. The Muskies were led by super junior Zoe Long, 18 points, and 7 out of 7 from the free throw line, and knocked down a couple late to really seal this. Maddie Peterson, great all night, 8 points for the Muskies. But overall, Joel, this was a tremendous defensive effort by the Muscatine Muskies. I was so impressed with their ball movement on the offensive end. PV never really got to settle in and trap out of that zone. They were always chasing the ball rather than trying to, really pin the Muskies down. So great game plan by Coach Orvis. The kids executed it very well, and I know she's got to be happy. And the Muskies 1-1 now, 1-0 in the MAC, and PV 1-2, 0-1 in the MAC to start the year.
Yeah, that's a huge start for the Muskies. They were able to get off to a fast one and really dictated how they wanted this game to go, and that's sometimes one of the hardest things to do as a team, no matter how good you are. And really, it was really a great team game. It was just a phenomenal game plan and really a good execution from the entire team. And I think from our defensive player of the game, I think it's a name we might say several times this year, Emily Webking. Took away, any perimeter game from any guard that she was guarding, had 4 steals, but just a factor in how they execute their defense. And so our defensive player of the game, presented by Eastern Iowa Community College, is Emily Webking. And then our offensive player of the game is going to go to junior Zoe Long, leading scorer, but also just running the offense from that point guard position, getting passes to her high post players in a position where they could turn and do something with. That's, I think, one of those hidden things that good guards do. And Zoe Long, great passes all night, which actually turned into offensive opportunities for her because she was able to get the ball back in a good shooting position.
And I thought that was the real thing that I noticed. Everybody knows Zoe can shoot, Zoe can score. I was really impressed with the way she ran the offense. The Muskies were pressured heavy, but they never appeared to be because Zoe had the whole team under control, and all of them, all the players did a great job moving the basketball. Nobody got stuck in spots they shouldn't be in. They either dribbled out of it quickly or passed out of it. Very impressed. A good night for Muscatine girls basketball, and it should only get better from here. This is our only broadcast this week. Our next broadcast will be Friday the 13th. And Joel will not be able to be here. The great Chuck Van Heck will join me.
There is a chance. It's an outside chance. We're still working through some of the logistics of it. But December 12th, that Thursday night, we may have the Muskie home wrestling meet.
How about that?
They have only one home meet this year. We're working through, again, some logistics with the youth program also going to be available that night. But we're going to try and get the lone home meet for the Muskie wrestling team on the air. That's still to be determined, but keep posted on the Discover Muscatine social media pages because that would be a really good way to find out if we're going to do that wrestling meet, which I'm a big wrestling guy, so I would love to try to get those, those athletes on.
And you want to speak wrestling, the job Joe Kane's done here the last couple of years. This guy is dedicated. He's got a lot of people out. Not that other coaches in the past weren't, because they all were. But, and he is really a tireless worker and does have this thing certainly going in the right direction.
Well,
done a great job.
And the previous regime is connected. Wade McLeod, the previous head coach, now running the youth program here in Muscatine. So there's still lots of quality instruction
The
going on.
great Wade McLeod.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic guy and coach.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you didn't have to wrestle him in high school. I never wrestled him actually formally, but he had mats at his house, and we graduated together. And oh man, people have always asked me, because I like wrestling so much, how come you never wrestled? And the answer was, I got my butt kicked by Wade enough in football. I didn't need to go have that be my everyday after school in the wrestling room.
So there you have it, folks. Possibly the 12th of wrestling meet, for sure basketball on the 13th. And the final here tonight, I want to thank Alex and Jordan and Chris, the great people from Discover Muscatine, for letting us bring this to you. Joel Crosshauer, my partner, great job singing the national anthem as always. I'm Brian Musell, sign off from Muscatine High School. The final, the Muscatine Muskies 36 and the Pleasant Valley Spartans 27. Thank you for watching. You've been watching Muskie Girls Basketball on the Muskie Sports Network.